But how in the heck do you get these things to bend in such what seems like perfect order?
We don't use straight edges on these ones, but we kind of create an edge to make the curve. Maybe 5 or 6 curves we start with to make the image, and then you got to work out how the curve changes between each curve.
This very much seems like something as well that you could never ever duplicate. Well, what do you know? It is a beautiful sunny day in London. This town has so much history and heritage. It's nice to be able to walk around and absorb that. This that you're seeing behind me is the initial setup of Kai and Sunny's new show, Whirlwind of Time. When I met them a few years ago in Miami, I was pretty blown away by seeing their work and especially checking it out in detail. I can't imagine what goes into the process, but today, hopefully, I'm gonna get a little bit of a look.
When we start designing these pieces, they're highly controlled. We work on layers, plotted out so we know point A to point B. It's always single lines, there's no shading, there's no colouring, nothing overlaps, everything has its place.
For me, I like to work in silence. I don't really work with music, which I think people find bizarre. I guess me, some pens and some paper, I just lose myself within the lines.
Alright guys, I've always been a little curious at how a gallery show comes together, because from what I imagine, it's kind of like dating a girl, you know? You're spending all this time giving it your effort and your love. It's kind of like that time that she first comes over to your house. You get everything ready so that you can what? You can impress them. It's where you're putting the art, right? It's how it flows. It's probably how you light it. So Kai, can you start me out? Can you give me a little better understanding?
We basically knew exactly where everything was going. We knew there's going to be 6 pieces on this long wall, which is the main wall. It's all the same size. We knew the large pieces were going to dominate this area, which was the cleaner white space away from the brick wall, kind of a contrast to this side of the gallery.
Sunny, you were telling me that the lighting is really important, which I obviously imagined, but when you first started hanging your stuff, I'm assuming you didn't really know all that you know now.
On the spot, we learned that our artwork needs more lighting. The amount of detail and what we have got going on, we normally overlight and kind of knock the background away so that our artwork pops.
Now, usually your guys' work is black and white, or at least that's what I've seen the most of, and for this show, it got very colorful. It looks great, it has a lot of personality.
It felt right to slightly move away from black and white and just contrast what we've done in the past.
Another special addition to this show, for the first time, these guys did some skateboard decks with Element.
4 decks is a series with their theme, wind, water, fire, earth.
I've not actually seen these before. I think this might be my favorite.
A quick walk down the way from the gallery and we at Rebels Alliance. Coffee shop, motorcycle shop, another one of D-Face's endeavors. This seems like the type of thing you would dream for as a kid. When you grow up and you make something exactly the way you want it. It's a coffee shop, but with one coffee machine. And the rest, they building bikes and doing things their way. One of the things I really like about this show, and that Kai and Sunny have done for several other shows, is they've gotten a story written.
We collaborated with David Mitchell, who's the author of Cloud Atlas. So how it works, we send him our images, the title of the show, the press release, and essentially what the show's about. So he went away, came up with a story which is called My Eye on You, and it's about a meanderer that travels at 1/12 of the speed of you and I, and it fits the work beautifully. My 18 months have stretched into meanderer's score of years, you see. I've no complaints, but now it's late and all things end, including me. You know I have a gift, my friend, you know it needs a home. My search, no doubt, is overdue. I see compassion in your pain. Truth is, I've had my eye on you.